This guy should not be alive. This is mental and will seriously blow your mind, so yeah, let's go. So this guy right here is Louis Zamperini, and he was actually an Olympic runner before the war. But in the Second World War he was drafted for the military. So one day him and his crew were doing a mission flying over Japan, when their plane was shot down out of the sky. Men are all now in the water and literally just have 2 rafts, and they're right out in the open sea, no one around them. To get food they actually had to catch seagulls and try and kill fish. Like, imagine that. Now, do you want to have a guess of how long they were out there for? 3 months at this point. 3 months. But it gets a lot worse. One of the men actually tragically died because they did not have enough food and water to share between them. One day a little shark comes along and decides to pop the boat. So they're all laying on a flat raft in the middle of the sea. Not great. Now after nearly 6 months at sea alone, 6 months, everyone thinks they're dead, they see a huge boat and think, we've been rescued. But only to find it is the Japanese soldiers, and they capture them. The 2 men then get separated and taken to different camps around Japan and never see each other again. Now Louis is taken to this little jungle camp in the middle of the jungle, and well, it would be absolute hell. He was being tortured all day, had barely any food, barely any water, and a tiny, horrible cell. He was here for 4 months, until he was moved to the big jail where things get so much worse. So this right here is the large prisoner of war camp, where like all the prisoners of war that were captured would be taken. Now in this place he met a horrible man named the Bird, who literally abused and tortured him all day, every day. And in this place they were made to work tirelessly, and they went through absolute hell. He was here for a year, until being moved finally to his last destination, the mine, where they were forced to work even harder than they'd ever done before. One day the Bird there actually made Louis hold a huge piece of wood above his head and said the second you drop it, you die. He held it above his head in this position for 24 hours. 24 hours. And the only thing that saved him at the end, so luckily, the end of the war. Imagine the timing. So he actually survived all of that. But get this will seriously blow your mind. After the war had ended, about 20 to 30 years later, he actually returned to where he was held, to the people that literally tortured him. He spoke to them, they all apologised to him, and they actually made their peace. I don't know how you could do that. But he survived all of this, made his peace, until tragically dying back in 2014.